In World of the Arts, event reviews will be key to your grade. They make up about 40% of, actually not about, they do make up 40% of your grade. There are 4 reviews and they are 10% each. So as part of this class, you will have to attend a visual arts event, a theater event, a music event, a dance event, and an extra credit 5th review. Now, you don't have to do the extra credit 5th review, but it would be valuable. It's worth roughly 5% of your final grade, and it's the sort of thing that a lot of people will turn to by the end of the semester. So let's talk about approved events. What events can you go to get these reviews done? Well, if you go to the D2L website, you will find approved events, rubrics, and review forms right there. And when you go to that link, you will find the approved events list. Now, this is a screenshot from a previous semester, but it's laid out the same way. When you click on that, it will have a list of reviews for each of those 4 areas. The 5th can be any one of those. But the events you go to should be on that approved events list. If you cannot get to an approved event and you have to find another event in the community, that's fine. What you will do is you will send me a link to that event, and I will either approve it or deny it. If I approve it, go ahead and go to the event, write the review as you would. If I don't, then you need to find another event. So where do you get tickets? Well, there are 2 places to get tickets. One is in the Center of the Arts, in the atrium in the middle of the building. The other is in UC 159, and you can find that information under approved events, rubrics, etc. right here in the WOTA Vouchers FAQ. It's also listed on the approved events list. Proof of attendance. When you go to the shows, if you go to a show at Whitewater, you will need a couple of things. First of all, when you hand in your review, in the Dropbox, you will add a photograph. You can add it separately in the Dropbox, or you can copy and paste it at the end of the review. Either way works. What I need to see is I need to see the ticket clearly, and I need to see the stamp, because the stamp tells me that you stayed for the entire show. These tickets also generally have your name in the upper left-hand corner, which is why I cut it off here. I need to see that name because it tells me that you bought that ticket, that you went to the show and you stayed until the end. If you leave early, you won't be able to get a stamp. Now, what happens if you're not going to a Whitewater event? Well, if you're going to a community event that I've approved, you can go ahead and take a selfie of yourself that makes it very clear that you were at the event. So you can take a selfie with a performer or stand up in the middle of the performance, turn your back to it and take a picture, which I don't highly recommend, or generally take a selfie that gets across the idea that you're there at the event. If you're at a Whitewater event, the selfie does not replace the ticket. Let's talk about writing the review. Now, the reviews are under, or the review forms are under approved events, rubrics, reviews, etc. So the same place as everything else for these reviews. And they need to be in essay format. So it should be a continuous document like this. You're not going to split it up and answer the questions individually. So it's one continuous essay. It'll be longer than this. This is just a screenshot of a piece of one, but it should be about 300 to 400 words minimum. If you go over and you decide to write 12 pages, that's perfectly fine and absolutely acceptable. And make sure that these reviews get in on time. Each one will have a specified deadline. So make sure that you're getting them in on time. Also, the reviews are best written within 14 days of the event so that you remember what you just went and saw. Now, if you follow these rules, everyone will be happy, like a, say, 3-year-old in a pool. So get the reviews done. The earlier you do them, the earlier you can forget about them and move on with the rest of your non-WOTA life, which I'm assured most of you actually have. So until next time, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, quarrels, qualms, quandaries, curse words, please email me